This is Paul. Yeah. It's snowing outside, and I'm not in a hurry. Yeah. Now, that constitutional law. Yeah, I think there's numerous constitutional law problems with the respondent not getting a copy of everything. Yeah. Now, it makes it difficult to get a bankruptcy. hmm Now, there's construction. Yeah. Did you think I was going to build my own house or I was just going to live in a homeless shelter for the rest of my life? I had a residence at 323 West First Street in Sequim, Washington. Yeah. And I looked at constructing a house when we were living there. Now, maybe Heidi remembers the blueprints where I personally designed the house. Yeah. And it had certain, well, features. Yes. Reverse magnet polarity. Yeah. Lift the roof right off. Pooh. A heating system that I myself designed that cycled the heat from the top of the house to the basement. Yes. So there was no heat loss. Yes. It was in the wall vacuum system. And then there was the use of color in colored glass. Yes. Now I'm sure Kirk Boyk remembers making the blueprints. Yeah. He was the architect that I used in Port Townsend. Right. And I'm going to get a copy of it because there are numerous, yes, improvements in building that I've been wanting to implement. Now, for all the construction permits of those that file bankruptcy, that are named as respondents, that go through dissolutions of marriage, I would have thought that if I was going to purchase a piece of property and I was going to build on it, it would have actually helped facilitate that. Yeah, it's kind of like I could have gotten rid of all that unsecured debt. Yes, and then I would have been able to get a job, right? Build my own home, and reestablish my ability to earn an income. Now, there's the building permit city. Yeah, why don't you get me those? And all the signatures on them. Oh, we can't have any forgeries on any building permits. And I did go through the oaths of office of those that are appointed, elected. Yeah. The get me the building code inspectors of every city of the United States. See, this oath that I keep telling you about, they have one of those if you want to be an arbitrator in King County. Yeah, it's on page 2. Oh, RCW 7.06.040. Yeah, requires that a person may not serve as arbitrator unless the person has completed a minimum of 3 credits of Washington State Bar Association approved continuing legal education credits of the professional and ethical consideration for serving as an arbitrator. A person serving as an arbitrator must file a declaration or affidavit stating or certifying to the appointing court that the person is in compliance with this section. This training mandatory only if you have been on an arbitration panel for less than 5 years or have served as an arbitrator less than 5 times. Now, if that requirement applies to you and you have not completed the requisite trainings, you will not be appointed to any cases until you fulfill that requirement. Have you completed the minimum of 3 credits of the Washington State Bar Association approved legal education credits on the professional and ethical considerations for serving as an arbitrator, RCW 7.06.042.040.2A. Now, you say yes or no. You have to mark one of those boxes. You can't say, well, was the respondent was or was not present. Yeah, it requires an actual X or a check or a slash or whatever you want to use. Yeah, but you did say that it was or was not present when issuing a protection order. Now, there's this little oath that we're familiar with, called Oath of Arbitrator, Paul C. Budnick, swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States, and the Constitution of the State of Washington, and will arbitrate all matters coming before me faithfully, with fairness to all parties. My signature below acknowledges that the information contained in the arbitrator's biographical information form is true and correct. I have read and understand the King County Superior Court Mandatory Arbitration Department arbitrator complaint process and agree to be bound by it and any future amendments thereto. Now I certify, or declare under the penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of Washington that the foregoing is true and correct, and it's signed by the individual. Yeah. And it's signed at Washington State on. Yeah. Now, this arbitrator oath means that if you have any knowledge of the United States Constitution being violated, yes, not supported and not defended, or the state of Washington Constitution not being supported and defended, yes, you are legally liable for the knowledge that you have. Now, you get me those arbitrators right now, because I'll sue every one of them. Now, you cannot issue a protection order where it does not say, yes, was not. Yeah. He can't decide that you're not going to fill out the boxes necessary to issue these. It has to say did or did not. Yeah. The respondent did not have reasonable notice and an opportunity to be heard. The court does not have jurisdiction over the parties, the minors, and the subject matter. Notice of the hearing was not served on the respondent by personal service. No, it actually says in the public court record that I was not served before you issued the protection. Not served, yes, not served. Oh. Now, you issued a protection order for 10 years, and you issued it, yes, where I was served in the Sequim Public Library on August 15th of 2015. Yes. But then you attempted service on somebody else. Oh. And then you did serve somebody else. Oh. Only the respondent can receive service right now because I got